Okay, so have you been paying attention to the Diddy / Cassie RICO trial?
Yes, I have.
So if you have not been paying attention, there's a lot of updates that's been going on. She has been basically the prosecution's lead witness. She's been testifying. She said a lot of stuff from the wild freak-off parties that, Diddy was orchestrating, that she was the one paying the prostitute. So I think this is the thing. A lot of people are finding out, and I think this is the hard part for people, is that Cassie may have been a victim, but at some point she did have fun. And I feel like it's hard for people to have both of those things in their brains.
Right.
It was like there was a point where she was in love, having fun, a part of this, enjoying it, probably was into it. Maybe not all the way, maybe some things, whatever, but she was into it. And then there were times where she wasn't, and then according to her, that is when things would get dark, right? Or when she was ready to be done, she could not stop. And that is where we get this trafficking charge, where she's supposedly being forced into this life of debauchery and sex parties, and she's the only one. Now, this is the funny part. She's the only one that don't want to be there. Like, everybody else having fun, and nobody else is on here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is there because they either getting paid a whole lot of money to do something they was already going to do, or they was there because they wanted to be there. But Cassie was the one that didn't want to, and at least according to her, right? But now she is now having to be cross-examined by the defense, and they are bringing they're bringing the other side of the story, which is Diddy trying to say, well, look, I was on drugs, she was on drugs, we both were crazy. I was on withdrawals, she was on withdrawals. Not only that, I actually was the one trying to get her sober, and I was the one actually telling the drug dealers not to serve her. And they made this big thing about, whether regardless if she was on her, womanly, whatever, that he would make her do it. Then they have text messages of him texting her and asking her about that, and her, saying that I am, and him be like, standing off, like, what, like, respecting it, right? So a lot of the things that she said have been contradicted by her own words and proof that they have. And so it is looking like less like she was forced into this and more like you guys had an abusive relationship, and Diddy should be in jail for abusing you. But it does not sound like RICO sex trafficking worthy, because it sounds like you were having fun and, you just guys had a really terrible relationship. But trafficking, I don't know where we get that. But we're going to listen to the people that were in the courtroom, retell the story, give us the facts. We'll talk about it. You got anything you want to say before we start?